What's that dude's name?
And we are live. Welcome to the Iron Lords podcast, episode number 64. And it's another glorious Sunday, and we are back at the round table on the Lord's Day. And today, the realm will rejoice. We got part two of the E3 2018 prediction series, and Sony is next up to bat. I'm extremely proud to have all this Sony royalty at the round table. So let's get right into it. I want to introduce a Lord who, in my opinion, is one of the most naturally entertaining YouTubers in the game. Even though this Lord has always been synonymous with the PlayStation brand, he is a true gamer at heart, and his indie spotlight and live streams always showcase his trademark humor. Introducing the Sony commissioner and member of both the Weapon Wheel and Press Start podcasts, the Lord of Jiggy Food Choices, and the creator of the All We Live Bruh movement. Fly from Memphis, Tennessee, and making his debut into the realm of the Lords. My man, Lord Jackmovejohnny. How you doing, sir?
Oh man, hey, what's poppin', everybody? It's Jack Move, man, the guru at Gideon. But you can also call me your pony commit.
That's the first time I've heard that in a minute.
Hey man,
I'm so happy. I was going to ask you. I did it off jump.
Untitled man. I had to do it for the Iron Lords, man. What's going on with y'all today, man?
Much
Happy
love.
New Year.
Much love, man. Glad to have you in the spot. I didn't even have to ask him. I was going to ask him as a favor. He just did it off the rip. Yo, that's love.
No doubt.
No doubt. Jack moves in the building. Huge fan. Glad to get this popping. And of course, we have a Lord who is no stranger to the round table and teaches us all to respect gaming. This Lord always creates a movie with everything he is involved with, exhibits infectious energy, and will always give his 2 cents on any gaming topic. Introducing the host of the Council Podcast and the online arcade movement, the Lord who may trigger you on Twitter, yet continues to keep anime, Call of Duty, and the fighting game genre alive. Live from the boogie with the hoodie and making his return to the realm of the Lord. My man, Lord J. Bari. How you doing, sir?
Yo, what is good, YouTube? What's up, PlayStation Nation? It is your boy Jay Bari. And yo, I gotta say this, man. The Iron Lords podcast, they got the best intros in the podcast ever, man. Cause yo, I felt special right there. You know, I know,
Low key.
Yeah, I know, Jack. I know when they introduced you, you were smiling.
I feel flattered, man. I ain't gonna lie. I feel flattered, man.
I appreciate y'all, man. You have no idea. It means a lot. No doubt. You got everything, man. You got that J Bari T.
Oh yeah, man. It's gonna be a movie.
You know what I just realized, King, it's all.
Don't get triggered here.
We ain't never got our intros like that.
No. We do. We get it every day. Every day, though. We get it every day. Our intros is so lit. Is in the script.
No doubt. You know what I'm saying? And yo, shout out to the Kratos. He's having some technical issues. Hopefully, we can get the Lord in here. You know what I'm saying? Lord King has been waiting. Well, hopefully, we can get him.
That. let's get to our intros. I'll address that.
No doubt. He'll be joining the progress. And of course, you know, we got the 4 horsemen of gaming. Those usual suspects at the round table. My co-host with the co-most. My brother from another mother. The difficult game conqueror. And the howl of the young wolf. Lord Addict, how you doing, sir?
Doing pretty good. How are you guys doing?
Doing good, man. Yo,
Fantastic.
shout out to Lord Addict, man. He put out a real emotional tweet this week that made me feel good, man. Just, you know, talking about the ILP history and salute you, bro. You know, as far as that whole thing, you know, our history, how we first started in the ILP with just the Destiny stuff, and I really appreciate that tweet. So thank you.
This the Feel Good podcast. I'm telling you.
And people who are trying, like, oh, you guys used to do Destiny, or where's that? It's nowhere. We do
It's nowhere. we memory banks. You don't want to hear about our early freestyles, y'all.
That's been retconned.
Wow.
That's before we got a deal.
Wow, yo.
And, of course, we have our most technical gaming lord, the solo gamer who lives for the single player selfish experience, and also the Sostradamus, Mr. Offline Profile Illuminati himself, my man, Lord Sovereign. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fantastic, man. I'm running on fumes, but you know that's always the case on Sunday. So I'm good. I'm happy. PlayStation Nation in the building.
Woo!
King got the gloves out. I know. Oh, it's gonna be fantastic today.
It's gonna be crazy. You already
It's gonna
know.
be a movie today. I already know.
That's why I had to get Bari in here for the movie. You already know. And of course, we have the incredible Hulk of this, aka the Excess Gamer.
Ooh.
The Lord of Combat Sports, who is a man of his convictions, demands nothing less than that premium experience, and is the Get Money Gamer.
Ooh.
Beloved Lord King, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing so good today. And if you know you've been following my Twitter, you understand the King woke up to a lot of stuff being said. He looking for a lot of dudes in their head. You gotta understand, he's disappearing.
Shout out to Kratos.
Shout out to Kratos.
I gotta give a shout out to my man Kratos. I brought Mini Hawk to take care of him, but it seemed like he's stuck in traffic or something. I don't know what happened, bro. You's my man and all, but you gotta get in this room. You know that. So people are anticipating this, and it seems a little bit disingenuous, you know, that Jackmovejohnny got to come in and hold it down for you, and Bari got to hold it down for you.
Oh, man.
Bruh, where you at, though? I'm looking
The
for you, though. I don't see you, though.
Hopefully we can get Lord Kratos in the building. He was highly anticipated.
3 hours to jump in here and respond to this.
No doubt, man. And of course, you know, the Shinobi gaming ninja himself, LordCognito, spreading that realness in the realm of the ILP, not telling you what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. So let's get into what the Lords are playing. Lord Jackmove, what games you been playing this week, man?
Oh man, this week. What have I been playing this week? I played a little bit of South Park Stick of Truth. You know, platinum that game on PS3, re-platinum it on PS4. You know how I do it. South Park Fractured Butthole, which is the sequel, platinum that yesterday. What else?
Damn, boy, platinuming out here.
I know, man. I've been platinuming a lot of games, man. I platinumed A Way Out last week, like
Nice.
what else? Friday the 13th. Been playing that.
Yo, I love when you stream that. Like, don't. Your streams are hilarious.
Very stressful, bro. They did a big update on their game, so let's play a little bit better, man. I think that's pretty much all I've been gaming on this week. Yeah. I think
No doubt. Lord J. Bari, what you been playing this week, man?
Well, yesterday I started Detroit Become Human. Damn, that game is a stunning game, man. Right from the rip, you're gonna know that's a AAA game.
Right.
You know, my bad. Also,
Is that Ultra 4K Blu-ray movie?
Oh my
God. Is it just a regular Blu-ray movie? I'm trying to figure out.
King, I gotta let you know, man. When it comes to PlayStation Ultra Blu-ray movie games, they are exclusive. That is an exclusive. I ain't gonna front. I ain't even know how y'all got that actor to play that role. He looked real good in that role. You ain't got to make up for exclusive like Black Panther. You know, but you know, hold on, King. I mean, no, just. Well, now also I've been playing an RPG called Lost Spare.
Ooh, okay.
It's by
who made I Am Setsuna.
I Am Setsuna, yeah, great game. Man. Getting deep into that, it's getting a lot better, and yeah, I'm loving that game, man. Loving that game. And I've been playing a lot of Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, the trial version. Still practicing in that until when the game comes out. But that's generally on COD, of course.
Of course, hold it down. I know you play that COD.
Yeah, I've been on a COD. You know what I mean?
No doubt, Lord Addict. What have you been playing, sir?
State of Decay 2.
All day, I see them streams going out. Shout out to Tim Dog. Who else? Yeah, Kid going in on the co-stream.
Yeah, Kid almost had like a heart attack. He really did. It's been the first time where like tethering is annoying, but it does have its usefulness when like they spawned into like a game that you don't have. The car that you have isn't like a 4-seater.
Yeah.
So like just someone's just shit out of luck.
Yeah.
But like we're like, okay, kid, like I was like, Colt, me and Colt will drive to the to his base. You just chill here because it's gonna tether you to us anyway. So we get to a certain part in the map and kid's getting killed there. He gets tethered, and then what do you know? Kid gets tethered into a horde of zombies. So I had literally like a smither of health. So me almost dying, and keep in mind this is permanent death. Yeah. I had to go out, save kid with no health,
Jesus,
and then come back before I died.
No doubt. Damn, that's stressful, man. Lord Saab, man, what you been playing, man?
Same thing. State of Decay 2. Whenever I get a chance, like an hour here, an hour
offline,
there. Just
profile.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know.
Co-op game.
I can't co-op with that, man.
No invite went our way.
My Xbox never rings off with him. No doubt.
Facts. That's what you've been playing.
It's in there. That yeah. Then on the Switch, I picked up that Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. That was the stretch goal. Yeah. Well, that was old school. That's really old school Castlevania. That was part of the stretch goals for the Ritual of the Night.
I wanted to ask you that. How is that game? Because they met their stretch goal, and I wanted to know if is it 16-bit or is it 8-bit? Because it looks really, really good. It looks better than 8-bit. So
it looks cleaner. Like the style is 8-bit, but it's cleaned up. So you're not gonna have the pixelization, like the flashing pixels like you had old school 8-bit games. So the technical stuff of 8-bit games has been kind of ironed out, but the look and style is definitely 8-bit. And I mean, as a stretch goal thing, that's like this other side thing that Inti Creates did it. It's not Igarashi working on it. It's great, man. I mean, it's old school Castlevania. It is NES Castlevania done great, like down to the music, like everything. It's really good.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
No doubt.
And then I picked up the Mega Man Legacy Collection.
Oh, you picked up the Mega Man joint. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, you into catching a headache.
Yeah. Oh no, but they do help you out, like when the old game where we don't have the reflexes we used to have. So they have like a rewind function. They have a rewind function where you could just I can't do that anymore. Nah.
I'm not built for that no more. No, hell no.
Lord King, what you been rocking with this week, man?
Yo, it's gonna surprise the hell out of you, but I've been on that Destiny so hard it's crazy.
Wow, that Warmont got you.
Yo, it got that old feel back. You know how you get back with your ex and it got that old feel back. You go to the same clubs and you like, yeah, man, this is why I love this girl, man. She about that life like that. Like, ooh. Like we was jumping in, we did the raid. It was like, ooh. It was just like, it brought a tear to my eye, I ain't even gonna lie. When we was doing the escalation. Yeah. And the guard was out there just tossing Nova bombs and grabbing guns. And it was just, I was like, yo, Chris, this is it right here. They own one right now. They here. And then other dudes is jumping in. We got the escalation number 7. Yeah.
They need matchmaking though. Like come on. Like we shouldn't be having to do like a Nintendo friend code with random blueberries just to get them in the mix.
I feel that part, what you're saying right there, but it gives you that whole what Destiny was supposed to be about.
Like, and I love the difficulty too, right? Because you gotta
meeting people and dudes. When you see a dude jump in and he throws a Nova bomb, and you look at him and you check him, and he's 385, and you like, we got a shot.
Yep.
The guard is in the building. Like, I'm sending him a friend request right now. Like,
make you friends with that person. Facts.
Yo, I'm not gonna front, man. I really like what they're doing on Mars. And I've been trying to peel myself away from that game to play State of Decay 2 because I'm really slacking in that. I'm just really slacking in it, man.
No rush, man. No rush.
Bari.
That's true. There's no rush because multiplayer games live forever on Xbox.
My God.
How's that internet going over there on that single player that you got? Is it co-op? Is it couch? Is the couch co-op in that Detroit?
Don't let me bring the engagement numbers up, guys.
I mean, you do have to bring them engagement numbers in, but we can't engage with y'all if y'all ain't got no multiplayer.
Oh my God!
I mean, we have 800 million hours a week, multiplayer wise.
That is true.
Compared to your
800 million hours a week in a game that we got as well. Don't count.
Oh my God! And I was playing some games this week.
Yeah, we playing some games right now. It's called Smoke. And we here for all of that smoke. Trust me.
Addressed once we get to the topic.
Hit the like button.
I hit that like, y'all. Obviously, I'm in the shower right now, so working off this hotel internet and get the chance to play too much this week. But I brought a Switch with me, still rocking that that Better Saga, getting a little better with it, liking that. Earlier this week, did play like King said, Destiny 2 Iron Banner. Was rocking with that, little Escalation Protocol, and State of Decay. I want to shout out some lords, man. Shout out Lord Sonaldo in the chat. Yo, don't drive with that man. That man does not know how to drive a car. We had made a run, medicine, food, stuff for the base. I'm like, yeah, I could use this for my game. We got to get back to the base. This man flipped the car. The car was about to be on fire. We rushed it out the back of the truck and tried to get the goods out before it exploded. Shout out to Sonaldo, man. That was a funny joint. Also, shout out to Lord Valakon, been rocking with him as well. And I just really like the gameplay loop. It really rewards you, you helping out a friend in their gameplay session and all that. You know what I'm saying? So, we're going to get into these topics. Got a lot to talk about. And obviously, this is the E3 2018 prediction series for Sony. And there's a lot going on in PlayStation Nation. Obviously, we have the state of the PS4. We're heading into 2018.
A lot going on. You mean there's 4 things going on?
What's the 4th thing?
Not you too,
Addict. Here we go, Addict. Let them know.
You about to bust over? Okay, you're gonna let me rock. So, yeah, man. So pretty much, the dominance of God of War, the sales, 5 million. The first month, 3.1 in 3 days. Obviously, a Game of the Year contender. The resurgence of the single player games like Horizon Zero Dawn, Detroit, and first party IPs. So I want to bring this off to the our guests. Obviously, Lord Jack.
First off, I just want to give a shout out to Lord Jackmove. That dude beat that on the hardest difficulty.
Oh, salute!
Oh yeah.
Oh wow!
That man.
Appreciate that.
Salute that man.
God of War is not like I don't want that smoke.
Yo, with that Valkyrie, that platinum smoke.
No, not that last Valkyrie. Hell no.
That's my first playthrough. I'll probably do that now, but not the first playthrough. I respect Jack for that, for real.
Obviously, like I said, there's been a lot of momentum heading into E3 2018 for Sony. So I'm going to start with Lord Jackmove. What's your feeling on the state of the PS4 coming into E3? With the single player stuff and just overall what you're feeling about Sony right now.
Feeling very positive about Sony, actually, man. Like you said, coming off God of War, personally, if not my favorite franchise, pretty much my favorite franchise besides Uncharted, Last of Us, stuff like that. But great game, great sales, positive reception. They just launched Detroit. What was that? Yesterday, day before yesterday. So, it's real positive. They got some new titles on the horizon. They gonna be showing. So hey man, I'm feeling good about it. I don't think they trying to, they pretty much in the driver's seat right now. You know what I mean? They
on cruise control.
Low key. They don't really have to do too much else. Like as far as I'm concerned, as far as the first party is concerned, for the rest of, they got Spider-Man coming this year, but I think they on some fallback stuff right now. You know what I mean? Like That's how I'm feeling. Like, yeah.
No doubt. Lord Bari, let's get into it, man. State of the PS4 heading into E3. How you feeling right now?
Oh, I'm in agreement with Jack. I'm feeling good, honestly. When you just wake up in the morning, you're gonna have a good day. That's why I feel like PlayStation. It's a good day every day with PlayStation right now. You know them successfully clean commercials,
So you wake up every morning and you're in a good mood because PlayStation got good games.
No, it's not even that. It's they pumping up these whack numbers.
Oh my God!
I heard the whack number, right? I heard the whack number that God of War AAA, right? AAA title, right? Tens across the board, right? You did 5 million, right? You did 5, right? That 5 was good for you. Felt good for you. We did that with PUBG in preview. Yo, what's the engagement on that God of War? Because I can tell you the engagement on PUBG though. So you felt good about a complete finished game that got 10s and our broken game that's in preview that did the same numbers. Why are you feeling good?
Get him, Bari.
I mean,
come on, Bari. Let me know. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, your joint, that sleeper, that NyQuil that they just put out, that Detroit, that sleeper, the sleeper stuff, that's the sleeper stimulant right there. They hit you with the sleeper stimulant right there.
Let me get King real quick.
Yo, that's gonna do Deadpool numbers. Hot one day and dead the next.
He's being very disrespectful right now.
Hey, King, I'm gonna have to ask you to lay off Jabari.
Nah. He want that smoke. He getting that Kratos smoke. He getting the Kratos smoke. Somebody got to catch this,
right? He's bringing up a game that's not even the best in its class. You know what I mean? Like you bringing up second tier battle royale.
That's right. You know why? Because the second tier. Yeah, listen, the second tier game is doing the same numbers that your number one tier game doing. The third, the dude that's in the back of our bus raised his hand and said, "I got him." The dude back there.
Hey, King. I'm gonna have to look. At the end of the day, it took how long for PUBG to do that numbers? It took them 3 days. Move on. Next topic.
You said it took us 3 days too. What you talking about?
But the thing is, that's not even official sale numbers you bringing up. You bringing up the what ifs. Talking about the players. You know, you have nothing concrete but some engagement.
Yeah, we do. Do you want me to shoot you that link? Do you want me to shoot you the numbers link?
I guarantee it's not. The only concrete sale numbers you have is for the PC. It's not for no Xbox.
So Steam. We added Steam. I
told you. I didn't know.
No, I'm not adding Steam because then we going up into the 20 millions numbers. Why would we do that?
I don't know why we comparing games to play. That's why I don't know why we comparing an unpolished game to a very polished game that is considered to be the game of the year.
You know what? Your game will be considered game of the year, and that's no lie. I can concede to that. I can concede that you got 10s, but what I was talking about is the fact that you was beating your chest with the same numbers I got with a broken game. That's what I was talking about. I was beating my chest with the broken game. Listen, you was beating your chest with a strong hand. This is you. You was beating your chest with the strong hand, and I had the gimp hand beating the same chest.
Yo, my man, LordCognito asked a question. He said, "Yo, how's the state of PlayStation?" I said, "PlayStation feeling like we zestfully clean. We feeling good. We waking up in the morning."
King felt the way when you said that. King felt the way.
No, actually, I did feel the way. All I was just saying is I'm taking the same shower you taking. I'm smelling roses because they told you in the graveyard. They told you, you in the graveyard right now. The run is over.
The supermarket brand. You guys in the supermarket brand. It's not the same as Zest and Dove. You know
what? What happens is we got probably the economy size one. You probably got the big premium version of the Zestly Clean. But the thing with it is they put a clock on your head. They say your run is over. Yo, how your supervisor came out and said, "Yo, Phil said your run is over."
Oh my God!
Just to close out, my man King. I'm gonna close out King, and then we can go back to the E3 here. You bring up a game that's not even exclusive.
Close me out, please.
That game will be on PlayStation very soon. That's not even exclusive.
This man
said PUBG. You said PUBG.
What the frog drinking the soda?
You said PUBG.
Yes.
Did you see that H1N1 bland one that y'all got?
It's running better.
H1 bland one.
You got it. Yo, it run better because it can only do 900p at 60 frames.
Out of control. Moving along. J-Bar, let me let you finish how you were saying.
Yeah, J-Bar. Jay, my bad, man. All that was built up from Kratos. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, he got left over Kratos.
We boxing. But
that was a knockout. You sleep. Just like Detroit.
Oh my God. Continue, J-Bar.
I think the attitude of PlayStation is very high. There's a lot of games that people are anticipating going into E3. I know they're going to be focusing on the 4 games, but look at those 4 games; those are huge games that they're focusing on. And anything else outside of that is just the cherry on the top with those games. But look, Last of Us, who's not anticipating that game here? Just to see like how that game look. Or Ghost of Tsushima, new IP. New IP.
Yeah.
Well, you got new IP.
IP.
Oh man.
Spider-Man. Come on,
You
guys.
don't even know what Death Stranding is with that throat baby stuff.
I don't know what it is.
You ain't anticipating that. That's the horror show.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. I'm not anticipating Death Stranding, but Ghost of Tsushima, yes. Spider-Man, yes.
Yeah,
The Last of Us,
me too.
yes.
I'm with you.
I don't know what Ghost of Tsushima is. I mean, Death Stranding is, but if it's good, then hey, that's just another caveat. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
Absolutely. So let's get Lord Attic in here. Lord Attic, what do you feel about Sony coming into E3? Their position, how going in? Like, how you feeling about them?
I feel like the past year and a half, like they don't have to do anything. I mean,
cruise control, like how Jack said.
Well, I mean, I think it's even a little bit more than that. It's just like if they don't have it on first party, they have really close relations to have it on second. So like they look at Persona. That's probably one of arguably the best games that's been on the PS4 to a lot of people. And that's not even by their studio, because they have such a great relationship with that studio. It's pretty much their studio.
Yeah, absolutely. No doubt. Lord Soft, what's going on, man? How you feeling about the state of the PlayStation Nation heading into E3?
Man, I think, if you look at it, they're definitely in cruise control. But I mean, they've showed the past 2 years, like Attic said, like they don't take the boot off the neck. And we've talked about this. Like they're really reactive. Like the first 2 years of PlayStation, they pretty much got away without releasing any super big first party games. They got away with it doing, and then everything, there was a rush of everything. Now, and then since that happened, they've taken every opportunity when Xbox, has a little big up, they right there to stomp on it. Whatever it is, they react in some way, shape, or form. I don't think they're going into E3 lackadaisical. I think they're going to show those big 4 games, like Bari said. Those are huge games that people want to see. Some that we haven't seen gameplay for. We're going to see gameplay for. So that should be exciting in and of itself. I just don't see them not dropping something that we don't expect. They're gonna do it regardless. It's not gonna be, it's not gonna be like half an hour worth of new stuff. But
I feel like it's gonna run like this. They're gonna show a third party. I think they're gonna open with COD. I really do. I think they're gonna.
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into open and close. We're gonna get into that. I was gonna say, Bar, you had something to jump in on that on soft topic? I heard you.
Yeah, with PlayStation, it's like. It's a constant barrage of games we're getting. You know what I mean? Like, I know everybody.
Like he's dodging games left and right. He gotta
constant now that have a PlayStation, right? You're not busy playing games. You have so much to choose from to play when it comes to PlayStation. It's not only that you can do that currently, but in the future, you know what's to come. You know what I mean? You can go, 2019, I know what's to come.
So based on that roadmap, what you're saying, Bar, like you can get to see, what's coming.
You already busy in the current state of what you playing on, and then in the future you're going to be busy as well because there's games coming. There's a lot of shit coming.
But I think especially for E3, they realize the power of that. That wow moment, regardless to when that game is coming out. They've seen it before. Like, they announced Shenmue, who knows when that's coming. Same thing with Death Stranding. Like, things like that, they know the power of that announcement in that moment, regardless of when that game is coming. So that's, to me, they're still going to drop some bombs at, maybe 6 years out, PlayStation 5 games, like whatever. Like, maybe 1 or 2. I'm sure they have plenty of things in the pipeline they're not ready to talk about yet or they want to hold off on. Right. But I think at least 1 or 2 that we're not expecting.
Lord King, how do you feel about the PlayStation Nation coming in?
Yo, you remember when we used to play Tekken?
Yes.
And we had a saying, he buzzed early.
Oh my God.
You remember, like, a dude thought he had you that round. It was like he gave you his all, and it was everything. It was beautiful. He did super moves. He did all that, and you were still standing there. And you just looked at him and said,
you look at him and you're like, Now you're solved. I solved you now.
Now it begins. Because once you found out the pattern of the dude, like it really ended for you, and the match was folded very quickly. Like, and then I've noticed something. I've noticed it. Like Jay said, everybody got this effervescence feel. It's like, it smells good out here. The streets is clean, you know, and not knowing that we got the AR-15 right across the street, aimed at your dome, infrared beam right through the window, and plotting your demise. But you already know your demise is already in order for the simple fact that your boss told you it's a wrap. Like we're gonna
get into that. You talk about that. You talk about the Kadara statement where Kadara basically said,
I'm not gonna go too much into that, but what my thoughts on the PlayStation going in, they coming in on a high. Like that God of War, it was fire. It was so much fire. I ain't get a chance to finish it yet. I ain't get a chance to finish it yet, but I'm gonna finish it. Detroit, I'm gonna buy it when it's on Super Sale. I'm gonna get that. I got a lot of games like Persona, like he said Persona, which is true. The RPGs and the Niers and these games, they had a lot of bust-off games that had you moving, and I could feel why you got a pep in your step, a zip in your spit. I feel it. I understand it. I get it. But what I'm saying is the tortoise and the hare. At the end of the show, how it's really gonna go? Like y'all really anticipating the Xbox show because y'all already know what's happening in your show. Your show was already laid out. Yep.
Shout out to Lord Echo. He said Phil is going to end Sony with the rest of the Kraken body, and Sony is shaking in they.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep 100. Only reason why I'm really watching the Xbox show because I want to see the disaster. You know what I mean? Because you know what? That show is not like a blockbuster. Oh, you already know Twitter's going to be lit. You know what I mean?
Right. Like that's valid. That's valid. Like we going into this show, we already know what your show is, so we can like miss it and hear about it, right? So the Nintendo Directs, we know that they're gonna put a name of a game up, and everybody gonna go crazy, like whatever. They're not even gonna show gameplay. But Microsoft's show is the most anticipated show.
That is true. I would say.
Will they pass or will they fail?
I gotta ask King this, man, because I feel like you really got the pep in your step. I don't know how you got the pep in your step because I'm listening to this talk and I'm like,
Jay, you know why? You know why I got pep in my step? Because I told you, and I just gave you, for instance, right? Like your try hard game, your best. You shot your best dart. That's the God of War is your best dart.
That's a hell of a dart. That's a hell of a dart.
No, but Cognito, numbers wise, they shot their best dart. Our game that's in preview,
I would say their best dart. I would say their best dart is The Last of Us. I don't think.
Let's break it down like real talk. Like let's break it down like
break down the numbers.
Exclusive.
I don't remember. Solve, help me out on this. When the PUBG announced,
I'm gonna pull it up for you.
When they hit that I was at the 5 million. I don't recall it. I mean, because God of War basically was 3 million in like what 2 days? Was it something?
Yo, watch this.
It was really fast. It was fast.
Right. So I mean, as far as it hit,
48 hours. PUBG did 2 million.
Right. But
put the numbers inside the link, please.
I hear you. Put it in the link. Well, but we gotta be real as far as what's impressive. The fact that let's be real, even Lord Phil, your man, your only begotten son, he had alluded
that game is good. I want that game here.
Absolutely.
I don't care what. I would love that game there too. Like, who wouldn't want God of War?
Absolutely.
Like, who wouldn't?
What makes
Nintendo would if they can do it.
More impressive is the fact that let's be real, the narrative has been single player games are dying. That they are not.
Oh no, I never agreed.
And the fact that let's be real, like PUBG is a multiplayer game that creates that engagement. Is the word
right?
So
anybody even talking about PUBG now, like where's the pep at, man? Because
Daddy,
Jackson,
to be honest with you, the engagement numbers will always be there. Like what they're talking about when they say that genre is dead. They're talking about the ones and dones, and then you got some people that will try harder to keep playing the game to get the platinums and the stuff like that, which is cool. There is no after this, like for it's great when it's there, and that's coming from a boardroom. That doesn't reflect how we feel. We love
right,
that
the quality game.
Right. We love. I don't care. Like, we don't care what happens to the game after we play it. We are selfish in that whole thing. Like, we don't care if it come on. If it gives me more DLC, bring it on, sir. I'll take that. Yeah. But if it's encapsulated in that one special moment, we're not looking at the boardroom numbers. We're not trying to run a company. We just want to play a game.
Right.
So I feel where they come from when they say it's dead as far as those numbers go. But in our minds, the single player experience isn't dead because we look forward to these games with such anticipation. Like Spider-Man.
No, but
Spider-Man is pre-ordered.
Absolutely. Let me jump in, because at the end of the day, like, we have to be real too. It's like, I at one point thought single player was kind of on the decline. Like, you know, you got the Call of Duties, you got all these big games that are, you know, Destinies and all this other stuff, that as far as, even though people may not like them from compared to a single player game kind of epic experience, we can't deny the sales, you know, dominance that those games are having. And it feels like Sony has kind of bucked that trend, right? Like, they're doing something that's kind of like unheard.
To be honest with you, I do think Sony helped, but I think Zelda is the one that started it.
Zelda was fantastic. Absolutely. Zelda proved a lot of things.
I feel like when Zelda came out, it proved that that single player wasn't dead.
Absolutely. So it's like, it's one of those things that shout out to Lady Erica in the chat. Your time is up, Uncle Phil. They going in on Phil. He said they want to hear about sales, not Phil don't talk sales. Yo, they going in on Phil.
Yeah, well, what they should do is they should figure out.
I mentioned the same thing in the beginning. You're not talking about sales. You're talking about the engagement.
Right.
You were talking about engagement. I want you to put up who you want to be president. Until you can figure out who you want to be president, leave Phil the hell alone.
Oh, man. Moving along. Good.
He ain't cutting it, man. He ain't cutting it.
All that. What we got to remember.
Yes, all.
What we got to remember about all this single player sales stuff versus engagement, right? All that narrative around single player dying came from all of these companies. It didn't come from the players, right? It didn't come. It came from these companies. It came from the companies that realized that, in relative to what these other games were making, these games with loot boxes, these games that are living games that are pulling in, you know, hundreds of millions of dollars a month, they're like, wait a minute. Relative to that, it doesn't make any sense to make a single player game. Single player games are still making money, obviously, as you can see with God of War. As anything that's come out on Sony, you can see they're profitable. They're just relative to these other things that make you money hand over fist. So they tried to create that narrative to get people to focus, to play more Fortnite, to buy some more loot boxes, and you know, in Battlefront. And you know, the thing about it is the gamers themselves, we know those games are not going anywhere. They're gonna figure out ways to monetize them for you. Like, you know, that's what Phil's been saying from the jump. He was like, well, it's more challenging to make it now because of the environment that we're in, meaning they're not gonna make as much money as other people want it to make. So how do you monetize that, right? How you make it episodic or whatever they plan to do. But that's what it is. That's all it is.
I'll jump in right behind you, Saudi, when we move on to the next point. Yeah, I mean, I'm in the same boat. I think it's just they're in a great position. I mean, it's definitely like Lord Jackmove was saying, kind of like cruise control. You know, they've already kind of set up kind of what we're gonna do. We're gonna get into that with the next topic. But I think they are to be commended for bucking the trend with single player. I think that's really important. I think that the community has shown they're willing, if it's a quality experience like a God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Detroit, or whatever, people are going to spend that money. And that's good to see, because the market was kind of shifted into an only multiplayer or MMO active user kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, you know what I'm saying, what they got. So we're going to move on to the next point. And it's about keeping the boot on the neck. And what, if anything, does PlayStation need to improve? And my question is, like, was it a mistake revealing the E3 plan so early? Let's get Jack in this first, and we get Bari up. Jack, how do you feel about that? Like, as far as improvement and anything in reference to like the fact that we kind of got the E3 roadmap from Sony already?
Improvement. I'm gonna have to think on that. I'm sure there's some stuff I would like for them to improve. Honestly, I can't think of that. Well, besides the fact I would like
better
like
internet?
PlayStation. I ain't stop it. PlayStation Now, I would like to be able to download the games on PlayStation Now. I think that would be a huge announcement. Of course, people want PSN name changes. You know, I ain't named myself something crazy back in the day. I regretted it. So I really ain't know that. I hope they get that, though. I do hope they get that because people been looking for that, man. Did they announce the E3 plans too early? Not really, man. You know what I mean? Because these are games, you know, people knew about. You know, we know they're coming, so it's only safe to assume that they was gonna show these games again. You know what I mean? A lot of these games we ain't seen gameplay of. We've never seen Ghost of Tsushima. You know, I'm unsure about that. I got to see that game. We've seen Spider-Man. Spider-Man's coming out in 4 months, so of course they're gonna show that. Last of Us Part 2, we've never really seen that game, so of course they're gonna show, like, you know what I mean? It's common sense stuff. So they didn't announce it too early. It's pretty much if you were, you know, if you have a thing called Cinch, you would know these are the games. They don't want you to
talk about it, Jack. Talk about it.
You know, hop off the porch like, damn, why y'all ain't announcing 4 or 5 new? It's like, come on, man. Y'all know what's coming up. You know what we got to show. That's what we gonna do.
That's what we gonna do. So you just chilling right now, like Jack. You got your feet up. You in a good space.
We comfortable right now.
He talking that.
We comfortable, Brian. Yeah.
Legs up, all
that. Get the dollar, and we Killmonger. Everybody comfortable up in this joint. Dude, you know what happened to Killmonger at the end. Yeah, that's after we had to throw you off a roof.
To be honest with you guys, I'm pretty sure The Last of Us going up to the PS4, they were pretty comfortable too. So I mean, you know, at the end of the day, you know, they've worked for what they've done. Like,
absolutely.
You know, regardless, it's not an excuse. You know, the switch of leadership, the direction that Microsoft randomly 180 to, like, it's showing, and it's going to cost them. It's going to cost them big. I don't think it's even going to cost them this generation. It's going to cost them next generation too.
What you mean as far as costing what next generation? I missed that part.
It's going to cost Xbox. It's going to be more time.
Oh, because they're behind. Yeah.
I mean, look, like, you can't go into next generation with the games that we have now and expect people just to go out and buy an Xbox 2 or whatever it's going to be called. Like, absolutely. Like, it's gonna cost them next generation too. Like, people say casuals is the most important market. The casuals are, once the generation's already been established. At the beginning, who do you think converts casual people to go out and buy it? Their hardcore friends. And if everyone's playing on PS5, guess what's going to happen? Everyone's going to pick up a PS5 again.
That's a good point.
Apparently, everybody is playing on PS5 on PS4. Apparently, from the sales figures that's out there, y'all got like 90 million. What's them engagement numbers?
Oh my God! You got to bring MPD back.
Hey, yo, man, Phil have converted this man over here.
Yo, the silly part about all that stuff is you beating your chest off of 5 million, but that's not even a fraction of your base.
Yeah, but we've already discussed.
No, I know. I'm just saying
the 5 million number is a great number for an exclusive standpoint. I know. I'm just saying.
You know, PlayStation did give out engagement numbers, right? They're better than Xbox.
They did. They gave them out. They gave them out before the show. I
mean, they just gave out their earnings report. They told you about, you know, how many people got plus subscribers, how it grew, how many people are actually buying games, how many people are playing online.
I
said, 800 million a week. Hours a week.
I like that. That's a good number for y'all.
What about the keeping the boot on the neck? And as far as was it a mistake in your opinion for them to reveal kind of those E3 plans early?
All right, so I'm gonna do the improvement stuff what I like to see.
Absolutely.
I feel like when it comes to policies in the digital realm of things, I think Microsoft does have a leg up on PlayStation, where they actually have official policies for like refunds and you know gifting. I think that's coming as well. I would like to see PlayStation do that, especially with somebody myself that is all digital. Not saying that they don't refund sometimes, but it's not official. You know what I mean? It's case by case.
They don't give no refund
basis.
You break it, you buy it. That's it.
I've got refunds from this.
You got refunds from this.
Yeah, and also when it comes to like the trophies, for those people that trophy hunt, I would like to see something more like social when it comes to that. Like like how many gold trophies or silver trophy this person got in a week or a month. You know what I mean? I think that would be a little bit more engaging instead of just looking at this trophy was rare or this trophy was super, very rare.
To be honest with you, I'd be straight up a little jelly over the platinum shit. Like, I would like Xbox to have like a number of how many achievements everyone's 100%ed, but there's nothing like that.
Right.
But y'all still got the social engagements as far as how many.
Look here, man. The only thing that does is tell me that Randolph Thor's beat me every month in gamer score. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, like Jack is going to be in the top for me. Jack got a lot of platinums out here. It would still be cool. That's like compare. Instead of like comparing on PlayStation is like it's only one person you can compare it with. You know what I mean? So I think that would be cool for like people that do chase trophies and stuff like that. It's just like a competitive edge, or you can just engage with people with that.
No doubt. I'm sorry. Continue, Bari. I cut you off.
As far as the boot on the neck, the boot is already on the neck.
Woo!
You gotta be specific when you talk about the boot, though. We talking about these Timbs that is right there on the neck to stomp and like, put your butt down right there. Let us do what we got to do here. I mean, listen, if you bought a PlayStation, you're not dissatisfied with the product that you just brought because, like I said, once you buy it, you have so many options to choose from. Right. It is not only just the PlayStation that they're taking care of. You have the VR aspect as well. That's games upon games in there as well. So if you buy into VR, you're going to be satisfied because there's a lot of games that you can choose from in there. You know what I mean? I just felt like the attitude when it comes to the two different fan bases. We comparing Xbox and PlayStation. Nintendo guys, you guys are off the hook this month, right?
Well, they on a different way.
When are they not off the hook on something? That's what I want to know.
I'm gonna be like the bias industry and let them off the hook. But when it comes to the two fan bases, let's look at the differences of how people is going into E3, right? PlayStation fans, we're going to E3 with my man Jack said we got the foot on our table. We in the lazy boy. We just want to enjoy the show.
Jack is
right? Oh man.
Exactly.
He said, "Oh man."
On the Xbox
I love Jack.
On the Xbox side of things, you got Xbox guys. They clinging on their nails. Like, you know what I mean? Worry, like what's going on? Like, is Microsoft going to do good? You know what I mean? Is Microsoft still going to get the money?
So you feel the mentality. All right, so Draymond, let me break it down. So you feel the mentalities are different, like because you feel like the Xbox base is kind of like on edge. This is a make or break. Whereas the Sony guys just like comfortable. Okay.
It's a worry. Like there's a lot of stances have been changed here when it comes to Xbox and PlayStation, right? Where before we don't want to show games, that's too far away. Now it's like we gotta go balls deep. We gotta show. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I don't believe in that whole stuff that you just said, but. I feel what you're saying. Like you felt that there was a reversal in stances and stuff like that. Like y'all guys, like one day y'all thriving, the next day it's almost over, fellas. Like they told you to wrap it up, B. Like they told you.
You talking about Kadura said that the generation is over.
They said, it's winding down. Like your fun days is almost over. After Spider-Man, what up, my man? Like it's really. Starting the ceiling is closing on your head.
Let me ask you a quick question in reference to that because I know you brought that up before. So do you think because Sony has outright come out and said this is the end of this generation for them, like do you feel that's a mistake as far as like hubris is cutting off the generation too early? Because let's be honest, like the PlayStation is in a dominant position and they really could extend the generation if they wanted to. I think
that it was a strategic point. All right, let me tell you something that I like where this new president that they got over there is going. I like what he's doing. Like, they had to get a real strategist because the dude that they had before wasn't a real strategist. He was just a boastful dude that was on Twitter all the time. It's like the new president, right? So this dude is a real strategist in the form of, okay, everybody was having questions about going into E3, what the PlayStation would be, and what games are we looking forward to. He said, put it all out there. We're in a position of winning, put it all out there. So that takes away all anticipation of anything. So anything that we do show is a plus. Just like Bari just said, we know what's coming. Anything that comes after that is a plus, right? It's cherries on top, right? Jack Move, right?
Indeed.
So what he did was he took the pressure off and put the pressure on Microsoft. Where Microsoft told you this is going to be a 3-hour show, a 2-hour show, this is going to be the biggest. We had to move to another hall. This is how big it's going to be. So that noise was becoming deafening to the point that he said, all right, we're not even going to compete. We're going to remove ourselves out the battle and let them compete with themselves. That was strategic and smart.
Got it. Shout out to PC Gaming. He's kind of like echoing what you're saying. Look, he's saying Microsoft's less concerned about how many consoles they move because they see it now as another platform to put their services and software on. So we feeling like that's the spaces both are in, coming in. As far as are you in agreement with that, King? Is my point.
Yeah, no, I'm in agreement with all of that. See, they're two different companies. Like I just had to point out to Jez the other day because Jez was really upset with certain things. And Microsoft put out a racing game that's on the Windows Store.
Yes.
And it's a touch game. No, it's not all man. But you have to understand. Listen, I want y'all to understand this, right?
Not again.
You gotta say 4 days before then, they gave you the information on the multi-purpose controller that will help the handicap, right? So you got to look at it in this space. They told you anybody that wants to license this technology, we won't charge you a fee. We will give it to you for free. That got swept away. It was 1 day of good news and that got swept away. That's big in the sense that gives engagement to other people. What Microsoft is trying to do is trying to get other pieces. They're not in one space. Everybody would love for them to just be Xbox. They're not in just Xbox space. So Sony is in just Sony space. That TV division dead. The camera division holding on by a thread.
This is my question, King. Are you a Microsoft fan, or do you like Microsoft, or you like Xbox? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you have evolved your fandom.
No.
You evolved your fandom.
I can give you this, Jay. Is this when my company says to me, because you can't do this, when my company says to me, go on your PC and go play when you go abroad, because you don't have to lug your big system with you when you go. And you can play that same game and you can come back and you can jump back on your Xbox and all that stuff that you played over there, you can play over here. When they do that and they said, we're not charging you anything because this is our ecosystem, you can't do that. Now, Jack Move just finished saying he wants something very minor, a name change. They're holding you hostage by your name.
I'm gonna tell you this first. Hold on, we gotta correct the first thing.
No, I want. Hold on. I'm gonna let you rebuttal all of this.
Remote play is there way before Microsoft been doing what they've been doing.
I feel you. Remote play. Was it really good for you?
Yeah, I mean, you just listen.
And this is what I'm gonna give you right now. I'm gonna counter you with Jack Move's own statement. Jack Move's own statement was, I wish we had something that Microsoft has, like downloading our games from PlayStation Now into our system. Right, Jack Move?
Indeed.
So when you go to Game Pass and you download your game into your system, that's what you was looking for, right, Jack Move? My question to you is, being that your president didn't do that for you, and my president has,
this
your fandom is based on bias.
Where the hell
it's not based on fact. It's based on bias. So when you say going into this E3, I am anticipating Sony to keep the boot on the neck in the manner of they doing. I like this new president. This new president is moving in a strategic fashion that he's allowing this to happen, and he's countering very strategic.
I have a question for you, King. Yeah. I have a question for you. How long, And I've said from the start, I think this year is the first year that I'm really going. If this E3 happens and Microsoft don't announce anything really decent, this is the first year I'm gonna be like, yeah, Phil Spencer looking a little shady.
We're gonna get into that.
But my point is how long of a time fashion needs to go by before we stop saying it's strategic and it's just the whole and the entire.
That's a great question.
The entire infrastructure.
So when do I give up with the BS? What you saying? Yeah, I mean, just come out and say it. When do I look at Phil in the face and tweet at Phil like, "What the F, Phil?" That's what you talking about? When do I pull Phil to the side and say, "Yo, Phil"?
That's it. When you be honest with yourself.
Yo, all right, so at Fan Fest, yeah, okay, all right, yeah, Jay, at Fan Fest, at Fan Fest, because I'm going to Fan Fest this year, I'm going to get that interview with Phil, all right, and I'm going to have at least 2 questions that I'm going to take from you guys, and I'm going to ask this guy these questions, right? And I don't care how wild it is or how strong it is, and I'm going to ask him these questions because you can't do that with your president, but I could do it with mine, right? So the fact that I'll be able to, y'all have a Fan Fest?
All days in the building, y'all. What's
good, all day?
What's up? What's going on?
Now we got a PlayStation experience that you guys.
You got a PlayStation experience. It's not really an experience because everybody can experience. It's not a Fan Fest.
Continue.
It's not exclusive. But all right, so I'm gonna be at this exclusive party to get together. I'm gonna rub shoulders with the people that you be talking about. All right, so while I'm rubbing shoulders with the people that you talking about, that you looking, that you following, I'm rubbing the shoulders with them. I'm gonna ask them questions that you want me to ask them. And
I already met the people that I follow.
Okay. So
Bari been out there in the streets, yo. Bari been out.
So you met your president. You asked him any questions?
Yeah, I've seen those guys before.
Did you ask them why you can't change your name?
Actually,
that should have been your first question. It's something as simple as minor as why
I changed my name when he wore the God of War T-shirt, and I asked him why he wore that God of War T-shirt. You know, but go ahead, continue.
Good.
All right, but no. Listen, going in, I think the boot will stay on the neck. I think for the foreseeable future, until The Last of Us comes out, PlayStation will be the dominant system, and they should be the dominant system. They work hard. They clawed back from the fiasco that was the PlayStation 3, and they learned their lesson. They gave you exactly what you was looking for. They gave you a dominant system moving forward, and he kept changing the field goal, so we weren't able to hit it. Now that Phil is on that throat, though, don't put your feet up.
Don't get comfortable.
Because he's going to kick that chair from under you. And I'm going to tell you that.
How is he on our what is he putting out here?
Yeah, well, we're going to see, right? We already know what. Listen, we already know what you're going to do.
I'm still trying to understand your pep in the step.
Okay, listen.
Hey. This isn't double XP. We don't debate. This is a Sony conference.
This is true. We already know what your show is about. We just gonna figure out what ours is about.
We boxing.
Yo, no doubt. Lord all day digital in the building. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, man. How you guys doing?
What's going on, brother?
Fantastic, man. Thanks for coming in last minute, holding it down. We definitely talking to Sony topics. So I wanted to get your impression on, like, we just want to finish out the topic, which is as far as like, what do we feel PlayStation needs to improve, either heading into E3, and then as far as do we feel it's a mistake for them to reveal those plans so early? What's your feeling on it, Lord?
I think they kind of cushion the backlash they would get if they only show stuff we knew about.
You know, which is kind of smart, right? Kind of expectations in check.
Right. So I think those 4 games are their big. Those games are going to close out the generation for PlayStation 4, and they got to put emphasis on. I mean, those games got big budgets. You know what I mean? So they want to make everybody see what they're working on, and we want to see more of it as well. We haven't seen much of Death Stranding or Ghost of Tsushima. So those are interesting games. I mean,
absolutely.
Whether they talk about it early or late, they're going to be their focus. So you might as well put everything on Front Street. and let the fans know what's going on.
Yeah, be full transparency, so to speak.
Right.
Anybody else?
Because regardless to what, if they go into that, if they had gone into that show without letting people know they were gonna focus on those 4 games, right?
Good point.
And people are sitting in the auditorium and they pull out the IKEA furniture. They pull the IKEA. I mean, no matter how good those games are, no matter how good they show, if they only show those 4 games, PS Nation will be in an uproar because they weren't aware of this. No, it's just the truth. Like, you know what I mean?
I know. I'm listening to you, and I'm in total agreement with what you're saying.
Because, even last year, like the PlayStation conference was a little bit different. People were kind of feeling like the dead bodies hanging from the ceiling and all that crazy. That was PSX. I don't know if that was if that was a E3 or if that was PSX, but they got a little weird with it. Some people like the whole sit down thing when they're talking to Corey Barlog and stuff like that. Some people don't. Some people just want announcement. Right. I remember Bari saying he didn't like it. You just want announcements. You want trailers. You want to see the new stuff.
Look, the thing
I hope it's not like that.
E3, I hate when both do this, but I hate when they take something like maybe Microsoft has a little bit more of room to not do it because they don't have their own event like PSX. But it's like, look, man, like, why is it Days Gone in this thing? Like,
because they're worried about Days Gone.
I don't like
Gone.
how they treating that game. I don't.
You know what it is? I think Days Gone.
That game's coming out before anything else at E3.
Days Gone got
a game not there.
Got a whole month preview.
It got a month of preview, and everyone's like, "Look, man, we can't go there. We can't go there." Like,
it got a whole month preview, right? And then, but coming out of Judges Week, coming out of Judges Week, coming out of Judges Week, the word on Days Gone is not great.
Listen, look, check this out though. Check this out. It got a month. It got a whole month preview, right? That was a month before E3, right? If it was being shown again at E3, people gonna be like, "Oh my god, Days Gone."
Well, see, it doesn't matter if they got that month. I think it was a mistake to do that month.
This is a good question. Let me get Jack in this because that is a great question, Lord Attic, as far as Days Gone, and it wasn't on that list, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. Like, it wasn't.
No, it's not.
No.
Right.
So Jack, what do you feel about the whole Days Gone thing, the omission, and do you feel like it's being mistreated, or what's your whole feeling about the game itself?
I would probably say it was being mistreated, but then again, I saw the footage. Like,
Wait, Jack, are you trying to say you was not impressed?
It ain't that I wasn't impressed. Like, they saying this alpha footage. All right, I give it a pass on that. It's other things with the game that I'm not.
It just looks like the issue with the game is in the core. It's not like the aesthetics of the game. It's the core.
It needs polish.
It needs polish, and it needs to find an identity. It's too similar. It's too similar to Last of Us, and in systems it seems like it's kind of similar to State of Decay. So
we got to bring it back. We got to bring it back. I need to know what.
Do you want the game to just drop out, or do you want them to just pull it back and fix it up and then release it?
I guess my question is, Jack, like, what turns you off from it? Like, what's the things about it that you're not feeling?
I mean, as far as the gameplay, I'm not really too tripping off the gameplay because, like they said, it's still early. They developing it, but it's like little nitpicks I got with the game. Like I said, the way the crafting menu look, I don't like that. The main character, his voice actor, I'm not too fond of that. Some of the character models, I got a lot of nitpicks with the game. But as far as gameplay,
running animation looks horrible.
Yeah, the running animation that definitely looks spooky.
I just
melee animation,
spooky.
There's a lot wrong with the game. I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
One of the biggest things I had an issue with is it's supposed to be a zombie game, correct?
Right.
How is it this dude explodes a bike and there ain't no zombies coming around?
Well, the way they look like they're using zombies differently, like almost like a horde, and you can kind of use them against the AI as well.
I get that. But if you're making any kind of game in a zombie environment, how is it that a AA game like State of Decay has more consequences than making all this noise than a AAA title game like Days Gone exploding a bike?
Is it a AAA title?
Bike part.
Is it a AAA title though?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
No, but
I'm asking from this because they're not treating it like it's a AAA title.
Yeah, the treatment is different. I would say that.
It's like it's treated to me like it's a AA title. I'm not saying the quality doesn't shine through. I'm actually anticipating
probably because it's still early.
Yeah,
I don't agree with that. You just got a month preview in game form.
The thing is, like Jackmove said, like all these little nitpicks lead up to you feeling blah about the game, right? It's not. It's a number of little things that just add up to you not feeling great about the game. Can't really pinpoint it because it falls into the Sony mold perfectly, like it does.
Let me point out something in the chat. Okay, Mike M. I'm tired of people like dissecting what a AAA, AA, and single A title is. How is it a full AAA? So you mean to tell me it's like a AA plus plus? Like I don't get that. You're neither a AAA title or not.
In the previews, they specifically said this is a AAA open world game. It is a AAA game.
Oh, okay. All right. So they said it's a AAA.
I mean, do you understand what kind of backlash they would get if they show Days Gone again on E3 stage again?
Well, that's not my issue. My issue isn't that it's not being on there. My issue it's they did the whole thing wrong. How are you going to use something like Days Gone, which looks like a good game up until what we saw? It's just like, look, like it shouldn't have been showed on My Game Informer. This game should have been showed at E3.
I'm actually happy with showing a Game Informer because now you can get a dialogue going back and forth as far as what you see. E3, you're not going to get 20 minutes, 40-minute gameplay.
Here's
like game,
but I think it would have served the game better after E3. You give that new footage of E3, people get to see it, see what it is, and then the following month, Game Informer comes out with the cover story.
Way more coverage at E3 than Game Informer. Way more coverage.
I don't think there was a game that was big enough besides Detroit that could have been put on the cover.
I feel like stuff like this and stuff like the movement they're moving. That's when I'm starting to see them stumble because it's like. This is a game that's been announced for a while. This is a game that people have been hyping. I was even like I've made a couple statements like State of K gonna put the boot on Days Gone.
You're talking your talk.
At the end of the day, this is one of their games. I wouldn't say it's like a pillar, right? But people always give Sony credit for quality. They have great quality games,
right?
But it's looking like they're misstepping with this game. Like they're not giving this game the shine that it deserves. They're not giving this. Why is it Informer? Like how
we see the chinks in the armor?
How is Death Stranding, a game that's not coming out for 2 years, going to get more shine than a game coming out probably at the beginning of next year? I don't get that. How is a game called Last of Us 2, which that deserves to be at E3, but that game's not coming out before Days Gone? How are these games that are not coming out before Days Gone getting more shine than the game coming out before them games?
Yeah. Right. I mean, let me jump bookmark this.
Let's be real here. We're gonna see Death Stranding, the Last of Us 2, all that shit's being at E3 again next year.
We're gonna see. I mean, listen, my take on it before we move on to the main event topic is just like it is weird how it's being handled. I do see what Bari's saying though, as far as the AAA, them actually coming out front and saying that it's going to be, that. We're gonna see. I actually, it's funny because I'm listening to the Sony base here. You guys saying like, "Hey, it doesn't look polished," and you guys are not feeling it. And I remember, like, Attic when we was at E3, like I was kind of like digging it. You know what I'm saying? So it was just an interesting take on zombies to me. It wasn't like, "Oh my God, I've never seen that."
I'm not saying I'm not feeling it. I'm just saying there's certain things that I'm gonna be critiquing it about. I just
absolutely.
Like one thing I never was a Siphon Filter dude because I hated that running animation.
And you
got the same.
You got that same running. You don't like that running animation. So you go
Sony Ben.
I call that the saggy run.
I don't like it, man.
Well, they don't like that run.
That's something that you're gonna see every time you play the game. You constantly gonna see this guy running. I'm just like, come on, you got to do better than this, man. You know what I mean? But like I don't agree with the whole showing it at E3. I just saying like, yo, this how many tons of footage that we got for this game? I feel like they did this the way Game Informer just to get people's opinion out there, and then that's why this game got pushed back because I'm pretty sure this game was going to come out this year. They already said the game is done and you can play it from the beginning to end, and now they're just doing bug fixes.
At the end of the day, the fact that they're moving Days Gone like this, I wouldn't expect much. Because Microsoft does the same thing when a game they know isn't going to wow people.
Crackdown.
They put all kinds of effort behind Crackdown. I'm talking about not Crackdown. About Sea of Thieves.
Right.
I'm talking about it when a publisher and a developer like they're doing now is kind of taking. Because let's be real here, it's in Game Informer. But the spotlight is E3, and when they take a game out of the spotlight, don't expect much.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
it don't necessarily mean it's not going to be at E3. It's just not having a deep dive.
I guarantee you it's not at E3.
It might be. It'll be on the floor. It'll be on the floor.
Yes,
it would be weird that it not be there at all.
It would be strange.
No. I'm talking about their conference, not like the floor itself.
Man, how many times have been on the conference though? Like,
Yeah.
Twice.
They can't
I
keep doing it.
gotta agree with all day on
They showed
that.
it twice already. That is a good point.
They done showed it and it didn't catch the spark. And if it doesn't catch that spark and start that fire, Sony will put it on the burner and let it simmer for a little bit and try to fix little things to get those quirks out that y'all are complaining about.
Now, what you might see, I don't know, it might have a bigger presence at PSX.
Yeah,
that's a good point. That's where I do think that they might do something with it. But like at the end of the day, even PSX, like a game that you're trying to push for the beginning of next year, it should have been an E3.
I see what you're saying. Maybe it's just not getting the feedback that they want.
I see what he's saying.
I see what he's saying. So let's move on. You know what I'm saying? We got the main event topic right now. It's what everybody's been waiting for. We got that drop the mic segment. So we gonna talk that talk of what Sony has to do to continue to keep the boot on the neck.
Sharpen that sword, Bari.
Mike.
Oh, let me put on my tips.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Bari because Bari been lit this whole.
Because King been very disrespectful this whole time.
Hey, you knew when they was tagging me in those tweets what it was gonna be today.
It was gonna be when you see him. So
Drake, me and Jack got the most beautiful intro in the world, and then right from there, it's like,
listen, Drake called me this morning and said he had high expectations for me, being that I just got signed to OVO. So I have to come out here and give you exactly what the boss was talking about. All that smoke.
I respect it.
So
Champagne Poppy don't want nothing less.
You're fool. We're back at the segment everyone's waiting for. That drop the mic segment. What do Sony have to do to just kill a game at that conference?
I mean, I feel like the conference is gonna be killed already with that Last of Us 2 game. Listen, man, Naughty Dog gonna come out there and they're gonna do what they gotta do, and I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the talk of E3 when it just comes to quality. When it just comes to the impactfulness, you know what I mean. The story is gonna be impactful.
Days gone.
It's story. I mean, that's just two different devs.
You didn't expect that left hook to come from
Addict called me.
You thought it was gonna be me, right? You thought it was gonna be me. So you had your arm up blocking for the right, and he caught you with that left hook. I saw
it. And King and Addict's in a private chat right now, just like, yo, I got him next. But I feel like those 4 games that they're gonna show are like some of the biggest games to come out this year or next year, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna press you now, but I'm press you, Bari. Like, which one specifically? That's it. Game over. That's what I need to know.
Me personally is gonna be well. Spider-Man, we already know that's coming, but that's coming this year. We already seen Spider-Man what's gonna offer. If they show like a new villain or something that's gonna set people off, that like Spider-Man fan, I'm gonna be off. I'm going to be on Twitter praising and dancing and all that. But I do feel that The Last of Us 2 is definitely going to be that nail in the coffin. It's like, yo, let's wrap it up, flat screen. You know what I mean? It's over now. It's over. You know what I mean?
You're not thinking big, though, Bari. You're not thinking big.
You know what he did? That's what the president talking about. Sovereign. Do you see what the president did to them? Hit them with the dopamine, made them docile. Their legs are low. They not expecting much. The ceiling's low. They told you it's almost over. This is what you got. Keep your expectations in the box.
I'm speaking on the things that we know of.
Me too. I know
there's always going to be a surprise there. There's always going to be a surprise there, but I'm just saying
no surprises.
The platform you prefer, there's nothing bigger than what I'm talking about.
He said the
you know what's crazy? I can guarantee you this, Bari. I can guarantee you this. I can guarantee you one thing that will shut your whole presentation down, that will make y'all dudes in the background go scrambling. I can guarantee you one fact. If they come out there with Halo Xbox X footage, you're done, son. The dumpy man will come in the building and finish you off.
You see the difference? This is why
that's
I like
what you're afraid of. Like that
this is why I like to do the tangible things here. That's why I spoke on the things we know. I'm not doing no what ifs here. You know what I mean? I'm not saying, you know what, guys? You know what's going to get you? What if this happens here? I'm giving you straight facts. This is what's going to happen here, and this is what's going to happen.
Your boss gave you the roadmap and told you got 4. That's it.
I'm gonna keep it 100. Let me go Jay Barton more for a second.
Let's go.
Get it, Jay. That's what I'm talking about.
The last 3 months of this Inside Xbox has got me. I'm not anticipating anything Xbox because we got hyped up with Phil Spencer's tweet talking about Halo and Gears is going to be there. He didn't specify what Halo, and look what you got. Look what you got. You got a Dave & Buster's game. So I know a lot of people that's watching this Xbox conference. They're going in there with very low expectations. People going with PlayStation conference, they go in there anticipating what they're going to show, and there's going to be surprises there. The expectation ain't low like how Xbox is. Like,
what if there's no surprises, Bari? What if it's just to the script? And there's no surprises. Just to the script. Like right now, you just giving me, you told me don't go into my conference with hope. They gave you what they told you. They told you 4 and done, son. So
if we
my question to you, you got the Fantastic Four that you running in there with, right? We all know how that movie ended. Now, 4, right? Let's say there's nothing special, no frills, nothing else. Are you satisfied with that? Isn't that what if? They told you 4. I got what if.
They also told me other stuff as well.
Other stuff could be indie stuff. It could be indie stuff. Like, what are you talking about?
But we haven't seen gameplay from any of those games.
Right. Exactly.
So that's going to be that's going to win people over.
Special.
Yeah.
Right?
But you know that's coming though. You know that's coming. They're not gonna talk. They're not gonna say they're doing deep dives in these games and not show you gameplay. You know that's coming.
Right. Now I hear you.
So I want drop the mic. I want completely drop the mic.
Drop the mic.
Drop the mic, Boris. Stop being low with it and get high with it. You are here to speak that mind.
I'm over here.
Tell me.
I'm over here. And I'm setting it up here because I'm basing things off reality here, right?
I'm sorry. I
started off with what's actually going to be factual with the show. Like I said, I'm not doing what King Dave is saying. I'm saying, what if they show Halo 6? I'm not doing none of that here.
You're not doing none of that. None of that conjecture, that hyperbole. You ain't doing that.
At the end of the day, it is possible a Halo gets announced.
Right.
Like I feel like right now, Sony has announced, like they have neither released the games that they've announced or they're on the horizon. Besides those 4 games, so besides those 4 games, what could something else be? It's like you guys always go at Microsoft because all their studios are making something. The Halo, Gears, and Forza, and the playground. It's like what can they announce, or do we have to wait till like a PSX or the next?
That's a good point. That's kind of what I'm getting.
One of the things that I'm anticipating, that I think is going to be announced, and I hope it's being announced, is in 2015 we got probably one of the best games this generation, and I feel like it's due for a sequel to come out where we get like a Bloodborne 2 type sequel. Right? I know a lot of people.
Now you finally acting out the box. This is what I'm talking about. Not that little scared Bari. I want Jay Bari.
You wasn't understanding the setup. Like I said, I wanted to base reality. Then I go into like my what ifs and my predictions and stuff like that.
But I thought you said you don't do what ifs.
Oh my God!
Yo, man, what are you, Don King talking me? Stop Don King talking me.
Once again, I said I'll set you up in reality. Then I'll go into the what ifs and all that. But real talk, I will. If there's anything that I would want PlayStation to do, especially that is solidified in this generation, I would like to see a sequel to Bloodborne 2. Right. I want to get a Resistance, another Resistance. I know a lot of people.
Damn, he took mine.
Hate on Resistance, but I would love to get another Resistance. And to be truthful,
Yeah.
I want another Killzone. And I'm done.
King is with you on that. He like that.
Yo, would you stay out of my bag? Like,
All right, let's move on.
Those two was my bag. Get out of there.
Lord Digital, all day digital in the building.
What
I
up?
need
What up?
that boot on the neck. I need that mic drop moment. Talk to me.
Name change. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I don't know, man. I mean,
Talk to
they
me.
got the Fantastic Four, as old boys say. I mean, they got maybe a sneak at Horizon Zero Dawn 2. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So like a little peek in the future.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a little peek.
Okay.
The game did phenomenally well. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to really change too much. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely.
I think that'll be a mic drop for me.
No
So
doubt.
you saying you want more quality? That's what you saying.
No doubt. Lord
He's a true
Jackmo.
fan. He outside the box,
I need
Bari.
the commissioner right now. Commissioner.
Okay.
What we gonna get that's gonna put the boot on the neck to put the
So Jack, send us home, Jack. Send us home.
Let's go.
Hey man, I'm kind of like Jay Bari. I don't really deal too much in the hypotheticals, man. He got some good suggestions. Another game I would like to see a sequel to that I actually think people would be hyped for, even though people pretend not to like the first one. A sequel to the Order 1886. I think.
Definitely.
That would be huge.
That would be
That would
kinda lit.
Love that
definitely
world. The world was crazy.
A mic drop moment for me personally. This really not a mic drop. It's more like if you like stumble with the mic and grab it before you hit the ground. If they announce another Sly Cooper game, I would be very hyped for that. I think that would be dope. Sly Cooper 5. We need that. But as far as stuff we do know about, listen, man, we all realists here, man. We can't act like The Last of Us Part 2 ain't finna set the world ablaze, man. That is gonna be the game of E3. I'm willing to guarantee it. And that's what everybody gonna be talking about, man. There's no way around it, bro.
They gonna be spitting that fire after they see
Hey,
that.
what if they announce a SoCon?
Yo,
Like, I
People would like that.
I'm feeling all day right now, man. All day out here, really being real fanboys with the Sony, not fanboys, but really giving you exactly what anticipation is. Bari, man, I expected a little bit more.
Now let's get into the Lords right now. Let's get Lord Saul, man. What you need, Saul? Drop the mic. Kill a game.
I'm gonna tell you, man. Like, mine isn't even really software related. To me, it's hardware. To me, drop the mic. No, not even that, because they already made statements around that. I mean, if they did that, that would be, if they talked about it and maybe showed some trailers, that would be like what they did with Killzone back in the day. Like that Killzone trailer, that still wouldn't work on PlayStation 4 today. Like that Killzone trailer. So
you mean that live?
I mean,
with the CG?
yeah, exactly, the lot. So I mean, today's game was a lot more informed. They're not gonna have that. That's not gonna fly. That's gonna be broken down and destroyed online. So let's not do that.
Okay.
I would say, dude, give me a Vita 2.0. Give me a new Vita. But wait.
He's like, wait,
powerful.
Super powerful.
It's a Vita 2.0. It plays all PlayStation 4 games, and it's gonna play PlayStation 5 games as well.
Oh, don't say that.
On the move.
I might have to get in there. Don't say
Listen,
that.
man.
So you think
and I told you,
they might try to get inside that Nintendo cut and try to get that Switch money?
they're trying to get that Nintendo money, that Switch money.
If they could do the cloud base, that's really feasible, because I just have to say that Nintendo Resident Evil that I just saw, Resident Evil 7 on the Switch, which I thought would never ever be done. It was low key impressive in the fact that they had it running on the NVIDIA hardware, and if we're smart and we know how NVIDIA does, they have their cloud-based hub and all that stuff already in place for that chipset, and that chipset is designed to take advantage of cloud-based gaming. So you saw it was a 1-to-1 ratio in the movement. So if Sony can do something in that nature, it's not far-fetched to say that they can't have PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 games running on a Vita too.
And I tell you this, a couple weeks back, there was a Digital Foundry video that Richard Ledbetter did, specifically asking the question, what if Sony did that? Exactly that, made a small portable version of their PlayStation console. And to me, and at the end of the video, he basically said, like, he gave the reasons why they wouldn't do it, right? Why is Richard Ledbetter just out of the blue going to make a video about that without any sort of knowledge of anything coming down the pipeline? It's a very random video to make for no reason. I don't know. When there's smoke, there's fire. I'm telling you, when you talk, we talked about all these consoles wanting engagement above all else. How do you keep people playing in your ecosystem? If you give me a portable PlayStation, you can tell me you can play God of War while you at work. Nah, man. I mean, I'm gonna lose it. I'm really gonna lose it.
Let me bring it back. Let me bring it back to Jack, Bari, and digital. Like, if again, I know we Vita dreaming right now, but if some type of announcement of them getting back in the consoles, I mean, the handheld space, like, how would y'all feel about that?
I feel good about it, bro, because I work 2 jobs, maybe 16 by the end of the week, and I mean, it's right up my alley, you know what I mean? So they can give me, I mean, Vita had voice chat, support.
Talk about it. Say that point.
All
the stuff Nintendo
they can offer if they can add on to that, I'm all for it.
Look, I for one don't want that because I already have to fend these people off over the slope.
You have to fend me off for that too, because I'll be still playing my Vita though.
I still got my Vita too. I love my Vita too.
I got 2 of them.
They need to stay in their lane because I can't handle no more fanboys.
But if they tell you, but it's not separate games though, Addict. What if it's the same games you could play at home when you happen not to be home, but you can just continue what you were doing?
That's why I like the Vita, because when the remote play feature came out, it wasn't perfect, but the fact that I could do remotely and you know what I'm saying, jump into my PS4 and kind of have that experience.
You need a Love and Hip Hop escape,
That's what I was about to mention. I was like, the things that we want when it comes to the handheld, the Vita could do, but the execution is different. It's just more internet based with a remote play and all that. It's not like it's locally on a.
And the Vita's problem was like anything that required both trigger buttons. Like that back pad was horrible.
Because they needed 2 triggers. They needed the double add-on. I feel what you're saying. Lord Jack Move, you feel like the Vita would get you excited? If I know we hoping and dreaming, we wishing on stars. Would you get hyped if you heard about it?
Hey man, I still own my Vita. I got a Vita TV. I would definitely cop into like Lord Sovereign just said. The biggest issue with the Vita is the fact that it did not have an L2 and R2 button. Also L3 and R3. It needed clickable packs. Yeah, it needed
clickable sticks. Yeah.
Yes. If they add those 2 things, like I would be
and power and just power up the wazoo.
Absolutely. And improve remote play or have it to where you can play it like. Well, you won't be able to play it natively, but just improve the remote play or whatever. Hey, man, I'm all for it.
No doubt. That's what's up. Let's get back to the drop the mic. Lord Addict, what do you need from Sony? Kill this thing, man.
I actually would like to see more anime-related games. They own Funimation, so they stuff.
You got Bari excited.
I don't want just.
It sounds like we all taking shit.
Like, I don't want lame anime games. That's the thing, though. Like
Code Vein? No, I'm joking.
Oh, easy. Oh, they don't do that.
All day, don't let you fly to Cali and kick you right in the shit.
All day, not for nothing. I played that game at PAX. I had a weird thing going into it. It really looks really good.
Yeah, that put me at ease when we saw that PAX. It put me at ease in that co-op.
Yeah, when we had a chance to play it and Attic was playing, it was really good.
I'm still upset.
That's a day one purchase
for that boss.
No doubt. But you got the shirt. But continue.
And I would like some software updates, man. Like, to be honest with you, like, they got the games on lock.
So you want the services and the hardware.
It's like I want first off, I want to change my gamer tag.
I
have to make okay, look, some asshole on Xbox took Gaming Addict, so that's not something I can do. That's on them, but I'm pretty sure Gaming Addict is available. Oh, but you can't use spaces, so that's not. Man, Sony need to just get up to date on software stuff. Like,
so you need that firmware update.
They're not a software company.
No doubt.
I mean, obviously, you know, Microsoft's. Oh my God, let's just not get into that.
Let's not get into Microsoft. This is a Sony show.
What I want is I want them to. And when it comes to games, I can't even really think of anything either. Like maybe some expansions on the city that I haven't bought yet. I mean, maybe that. I don't know if Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be at their show or not because Square Enix has their own show.
Yo, Addy, you just said Dissidia?
Yeah.
Yo, come on home, B. Listen, man.
I got a PlayStation. Why are you acting like I've been like lost?
I didn't know you played Dissidia. That's now you talking my language. Dissidia, that is my jam.
I'm not lost.
Addy, you wouldn't be excited for a reboot of Soul Reaver?
Ooh, I would love that. Oh, we need what? Or remake, even a remake of the original Legacy of Kain.
Yo, son, don't say that.
Oh my
God! Original Legacy of Kain.
Original.
Oh,
give me the HD. Give me the HD remakes of the originals.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look, Trickstar.
What happened?
I'm gonna have to get you, man. I'm gonna have to IP reverse your address and come beat that gamer tag out of you.
Finesse gaming, add a gamer tag on PSN real quick. You be right back.
Well, you know you're gonna have to make a whole other account because you just can't switch it there.
You trying to bogart, no doubt. Yo, Solve and then King. Drop the mic, y'all. What y'all need?
I already gave it to you.
You gave me? Okay.
Yeah, you got Solve.
I got you.
The Vita.
Oh. All right, I got you. Now, King, what's up?
All right.
They're gonna here's some unrealistic shit about
let me put the hammer down.
Because, I need the PS4 to upgrade to 12 teraflops.
So what? But if you go by your boy said it does 12 already. Ooh, dang,
Mark Sony stuff. Easy.
Watch yourself with that snake oil salesman. He's selling you that stuff.
Disrespectful.
Listen.
Let's go.
When he said a drop the mic moment, he didn't want you to come out and state the 4 facts that we know what's gonna be there. He wanted you to say what will make you stand up and clap and cheer. All right, so you stole my kill zone. You stole another shooter. What? It's a lot of shooters. The resistance. They stole the resistance from me. So I will have to say. A real game that will make me stand up, and I'm a fan of the system because of this game. Jack and Dexter.
Wow!
Like I would really open world.
I wouldn't mind seeing a Ratchet and Clank sequel.
Well, I got Ratchet and Clank. You see, this is what I'm saying. I got that, and I'm content in that. I love that game. Looks like a Pixar game.
They would let anyone take over the Jack and Dexter brand, but Naughty Dog, like.
I don't think Naughty Dog would make
Naughty Dog.
Well, obviously, Naughty Dog.
They all working on it, though.
Do you think they would let anyone else make that brand?
No, I don't think so. I don't think nobody can do justice to that game but them.
I mean, then again, you know, they let someone else make Ratchet and Clank. So
and they letting somebody else do Uncharted for what we're hearing.
Good point.
Well, Sony on IP, so they could tell another.
They can do it how they want to do it.
I don't know. Like, I kind of feel like Sony isn't going to be making moves like that. Like, I could see a Sly Cooper before I see a Jack and Dexter. Like, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but that was my mic to drop the mic moment.
All right, no doubt. But thank you for baby. He said you killed it with that Jack and Dexter. Yeah,
all right, Fastback. Let me say thank you again, Fastback. I do appreciate it.
No doubt. Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback off y'all took a lot of good ones, man. I think for me I think the only thing that Sony hasn't done this gen, I mean, they've dominated. They've had a phenomenal run. But I think they need to establish something in that multiplayer space that's their own. That's not the third party.
They just did it. H1N1, Z1, Trap 1. They just did that. They just did that. H1 plain one. There wasn't it. Yo, did you run in the building? Did you see the dude run in the building? Yo, they had 900p, 60 frames per second, and the wall was smooth.
Wait, I thought you was talking about State of Decay.
Let's
That's nice, but if we talk about State of Decay, if we talk about State of Decay, we'll be talking about 4K native.
let's be real here. Lord David and LordCognito and Lord Addict. The only thing we care about that in that Sony conference is the Destiny expansion.
Oh, you know, for me, I was just about to say that. You know, I'm there for that Destiny expansion. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, I'm there for that. I want to see that September DLC. But what I was trying to get at was more so, like I said, the multiplayer space on that's exclusive to them. And I ain't gonna lie, I think if they announce SOCOM in some fashion, I think that would be huge for them. Like, again, because that's something that they're on. I don't know what's the history of the IP.
I love that.
Maybe y'all could school me on that. You know, I really don't know what's going on with it. But if they would kind of reinvigorate it, even if, like I said, they didn't show gameplay, just to show that they announced it and they're working on it. I'll pull a Nintendo King. I'll pull it.
Mr. Kima said H1Z1 has PlayStation 2 graphics. I'm dead.
They go there. But
H1Z1 is not exclusive to PlayStation, man. That's
good.
Coming
It's going to Xbox.
That's going to Xbox.
We don't want it. We're gonna kick that back.
To be honest with you, people attack PUBG, and that's not exclusive.
Yeah, Trickstar went at you, King. He said, but PUBG got a PS2 frame rate.
We'll take the frame rate, but we will also take the
Decay looks like it's on the Nintendo 64.
It don't matter because State of Decay running miles around Days Gone right now. So
you want State of Decay because you looking at Days Gone like
Mag. He was Mag. Battle Royale.
I'm playing State of Decay on PC, high settings. I even flipped it to Ultra, and that ain't saving the game.
Oh, you did? You purchased?
I'm sorry,
and
but what I've
who
seen
did that for you?
Looks like it's better.
Yo, Jay.
Shout out to Microsoft for the 2 weeks a trial of Game Pass.
Look,
Jay.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault.
Mr. Bari.
Off of Last of Us. Okay, that's
Mr.
not my
Bari. Mr. Bari.
Yes.
Bari. I told you, if you let somebody talk long enough, they expose themselves. Mr. Bari. You playing on the PC, you doing what Microsoft intended you to do. What you just told me. I would look over there. It look good? Oh, Mr. Bari ain't got nothing to say now.
Game. Listen. I'm gonna use Microsoft slogan with their commercial. You know, Battlefield 5, after you seen it say games played best on Xbox. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna correct it. Games played best on PC.
Mr. Bari, you purchased it from Microsoft, and we appreciate your bucks. Thank you.
I didn't purchase nothing.
You got the trial, right? You engaging. Exactly. See, you fell into the whole trap. You part of those engagement numbers.
I have to be going here soon.
Gone.
No. We gotta keep it moving. So, all right, we're gonna get into the fun segment, and I'm gonna have Lord Jackmove set this off, which is what announcements do you hope are not made at the Jack, what would piss you off? What would have you in your feelings if Sony announced?
That is a great question. I have not thought about that. Let me think about that.
I don't want to come back with any kind of VR.
You know what would piss me off? Because I do not like this series, but I like the other IP they worked on. If they announced a new Killzone game was coming out by Guerrilla Games, I would be pissed.
So you don't want that ahead of Horizon Zero Dawn?
I cannot stand Killzone, bro. I'm not really a first-person shooter guy anyway, but I would be pissed, bro. I would be like, what are y'all doing? I don't want this. Where's Horizon 2 at, though? That's really the only thing I can think of.
I think it's coming before Horizon, though.
Oh, no.
You got to look at Killzone is a popular series for a Guerrilla.
I can't say it
said
bro.
Black Tiger 2 announcement.
Black Tiger 2.
All day, I need you on this, man. What would have you tight if they announced on Sony?
If they waste time on that stage talking about some more dreams, I'm done.
Dreams,
man.
I don't want to see nothing about that.
They said Dreams is hot. Everybody who played it at
where? That shit hot as a war.
No, they played it. They played it. It was at Judges Week, and everybody came out of there saying it's ridiculous. It's everything that Little Big Planet was supposed to be. Whereas they came out of Judges Week saying that Days Gone is not doing too hot. So Dreams for all the vaporware that Dreams was, apparently it came together.
All I know is when I was at PSX and I seen like 30 motherfuckers sitting on beanbag chairs. And they was watching Dreams and the developer talk, bro. I got hungry. I was like, yeah.
That was not the experience you was looking for.
If it ain't Fat Boy, I ain't getting jiggy with it, man. I don't know about Dreams.
They should let that shit die, man. They not
let it go. You know, all right, man.
If it don't have like a story in it, I don't know about that. I ain't
create your own story.
Yeah, I ain't know.
No, I heard the game itself, because you know that was the criticism with Little Big Planet, that the actual game sucked. Like the platforming was floaty. The only thing good that came out of it is what people made. So they're saying that the actual game is fantastic. And then in terms of the creation tools, it's a lot easier, intuitive to use. You can still use, now this is the crazy thing. You can still use a regular controller, but you can also use the move controllers and the camera as well. So that's something that promised way back. So I mean, apparently it came together. Everybody that talked about that I heard about, like Giant Bomb, stuff like that, they're saying it's great. So
wow, I don't know. We got to see. We can convince all day right now. I don't know if he did.
I mean, it's a game that's not for everybody. That's for sure.
Are we really arguing if Dreams is a good game or not? Move on.
Yeah, it's hot as
a world.
Bari, I need you on this, man. What would have been tight?
As much as I am an advocate for VR, if they have like a VR segment and show anything VR, I'll be a little bit upset. I think PlayStation
they're gonna do 2 hours on VR.
They need to learn by now that VR doesn't really showcase well on these shows.
Good point.
They could do that in the pre-show and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because not to jump in on your point is Kadera actually said that. He said even though VR selling well, he said the growth speed of the market is lower than they predicted. So now they're gonna have a more realistic outlook. So one would hope that's not on the floor.
It ain't sell. Give those numbers out.
We talking about VR didn't sell.
Continue, Bari. What else? Something else you didn't want to see?
Hey, yo, King want this debate. That's what he wants.
Nah, actually, I got a VR. I'm part of those numbers. I got a VR. I got all the games. I'm part of that. You about that?
Oh yeah. For
sure. Bari, okay.
Okay, no, I'm messing with him.
I don't want taking even 2 minutes, 5 minutes out of their time.
I didn't hear you.
I don't want anybody on PlayStation taking 2 minutes or 5 minutes out of their time speaking on engagement.
Yeah, I don't think that they should ever put VR up on stage. To be honest with you,
I don't even want them to talk about sales. To be honest, I
don't want to talk about sales. I don't want to talk about.
Good point.
I watch a conference to see announcements and to see what they're showing, not to see how well they're doing. I'm sorry.
Right, I know that's a good point. And that tends to be, you still want to, because that
they
tends
literally
to be kind of
almost every year has spent at least 10 minutes talking about their sales.
We know that.
To be honest, too, I don't even want to see a update announcement on the show. Like you can do that in the pre-show and all that stuff. Don't come out
update.
Hey,
like
version, firmware update. You can change your name. I think that would be corny if they do that at the show. Do that in the pre-show.
Really? Okay.
That's some people's mic drop moment, though, Bari. Changing that name. I won't change my name because my name is Xbox 360 Level 01, and I'm gonna keep.
He wants to change it to Xbox One Lover now.
Yeah, that's what he wants to change to.
He said, "Oh man,
I think people might block you with that name right there."
Yo, Jackmove, I swear on everything I love, my name is Xbox 360 Level 01. I swear.
That's wild. Now you wonder why he can't find a multiplayer match.
Exactly. That's why he complained about multiplayer. Nobody want to play with him.
No doubt. So that's Bari right there. Let's get into the Lords and finish this off. Anybody can jump in from the Lords first. What do we not need to see?
I don't want to see VR. I don't want to see any engagement numbers. I don't want to see any sell numbers. I don't want them to talk about the VR headset itself. I don't want them to talk about the Call of Duty engagement deals they have. I don't want to talk about any kind of marketing deals. I just want to see the game.
Shout out to PC Game. He's on fire. He said they go announce new channels for the PlayStation View. I'm dead. They are.
Me too, man. View is getting a hit right now because they losing all them channels, the good channels.
Yeah, they losing the channels, man. Lord Saab, what you don't want to see, man?
I don't. Another thing, I don't want to see another whack ass TV show coming on their service either.
We understand that. Lord Saab, what you don't want to see?
TV. I don't want them to announce name changes because I just want to see people pissed off. Like I just want people or they come out and be like, "Nah, it's never happened, and we tried it. It don't work. Like it's never happened."
But correct me if I'm wrong, Bari. Like, was it Layden or on the last? I think it was Greg Miller had asked one of the Sony execs, and he
Sean Layden said, "Yeah, he said He said something to the effect like, "You probably won't be asking me this question again next year."
Right. So we get the vibe that it's actually coming, right? Hopefully. We'll see.
That's the biggest. That's the biggest thing I don't want in this E3 is that like the PSX setup. I don't want that. I don't want no chairs being pulled out.
You just stole mine, Bari. You stole
none of that.
Yep, you stole mine.
This is how they're going to start. They're going to start with Call of Duty. They show 20 minutes of one of those 4 games. Then they're going to show another third, because people keep forgetting they still have third-party marketing deals. Like, they're going to show them at E3. Then they're going to show another third-party marketing deal. And then they're going to show another 20 minutes of something, another one of those games. Like, that's literally what's going to happen. I think if they announce something, it's going to be at the very end when they close the show.
Yeah,
and it's going to maybe be like a
Killzone battle royale
cutscene.
Yeah.
I think they're going to open up with Death Stranding, bro.
You think so? You gonna jump right at Kojima?
Or Last of Us?
I think they're opening up.
I think they're gonna open up with Last of Us.
Yeah, you don't think they should save Last of Us for like to drop it though?
That's the end.
I think Kojima. I think they're closing.
I think they usually open up with the heavy hitters. They usually want to set a tone when they come.
What was? If anybody remembers, what was last year's opening for the Sony conference? Does anybody remember?
Uncharted Lost Legacy.
That was kind of hard.
I think they're gonna close it with Death Stranding.
Shout out to Sam Trevor in the chat.
Closing with Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, he said he think it might open with Ghost of Tsushima and close with Last of Us 2.
Yep, that's what I read.
That's possible too.
That's kind of hard. B Money says be open with Spider-Man. Let me get King and then I'll wrap this one up on that topic. King, what you don't want them to do?
I don't want them to talk about PlayStation 5.
Well, I think it might be good because they said they weren't going to.
I don't want them to put a logo up. I don't want them to talk nothing. I don't want them to give these people false hope and take away the attention from what they're doing now. Let's be honest. There was a long crawl back, and to reach this level of success from the debacle that was the PlayStation 3. That's fantastic, and I can understand why they pounding their chest now and they feeling good because you was feeling bad for so long that now is your time, and you're supposed to have that sunshine on you. It's good, but remember I told you, like you said, you don't want to see no chairs up, you don't want to see no bing bags, you don't want to see no sales numbers.
I like
you
don't want to see them with that.
Yeah, you don't want to see people eating food like we made it, because then what happens right after that part, right?
Look at the Xbox One.
So I really feel that I just want them to bask in their moment. So I don't want to see no PlayStation 5 at all.
I agree. I definitely agree with that. I don't think we ready to. I'm not ready to see no new console yet. There's still a lot coming with PS4. I don't think they need to show that.
It's not time yet. I honestly believe that. I think they're trying to push us forward to these new systems for no reason when these systems got to be maximized. Like, you remember when y'all saw Donkey Kong on Nintendo? And y'all was like, oh, you thought it was over? He was like, hold up, wait a minute. Like, I want that feeling. I want them to push it forward. I don't think they're striving for that yet.
Factory.
I think LordCognito something happened.
Oh, he said me and Jack can take over right now. Let me read the message properly. Jay Bari, you and Jack can take over the show. and tell King to chill. All right, I got you.
Nah. So let me tell you what's gonna really happen. It's the takeover. No.
Nah, I don't know what happened to him.
Yo, let's get the closeouts. Let's get the closeouts because we're already over time anyway. So let's get these outros going and let's just pop this.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, so guys, thank you so much for coming through today. PlayStation Nation in the building with the Iron Lords at the round table. Big shout out to All Day Digital, J Bari, Jackmovejohnny, you guys. We knew it was gonna be fire today. We knew the gloves are gonna be out today.
You already know, man.
So guys, you guys, one at a time, just go out and let us know what you're doing. Shill your stuff, people. Do what you got. Do what you do.
All right, Jack, move you.
Let's go.
All right, appreciate y'all for having me on, man. Man, y'all came with the smoke today. I can appreciate that. I can always appreciate that. Shout out to Kratos, he couldn't make it. What I got going on? Check me out on the Weapon Wheel Podcast today, man. Y'all know where to find it. Just type in Weapon Wheel Podcast. Check me out on the Press Start Podcast on Thursdays on Ko-fi channel. And YouTube and Twitter, man, Jackmovejohnny. Appreciate y'all.
Yo. Yeah, thanks for having me, man. Appreciate the invite, man. Shit was fun. It was lit. Good discussion. You know what I mean? Y'all can find me on Twitter, allday_digital, man.
He said hot.
Yeah, man.
Still on that?
Hell yeah, man.
All right, so real quick, Cog sent a message out. He wants one last question for everybody before we go. He said, what are you guys thinking on PS5? Release date? When do you think they're going to talk about it? When do you think it's coming up? Because they put it out there that the PS4's life cycle is ending, right? And then everybody just jumps to conclusions about when that is. Then they were like, okay, it's 3 years out. So when do you think we get some sort of announcement, something concrete where they actually talk about what this machine is?
E3 2019, it'll drop in 2020.
Yep.
I tend to agree.
I'm in agreement with that.
Yeah.
I think we're going to get the announcement in 2020. It's possible it could come out 2020 fall, or it might be 2021.
Do you guys see more of a fall release, or are you guys looking? Because I mean, the Switch proved that you can release something. You release hardware in March and still be successful. Do you think
traditional?
End of the year, right?
Fall. Yeah, fall.
Yeah, I'm going to go with fall when it comes to PlayStation because they run on different quarters anyway.
And all that stuff. Yeah, they stuff is way different. I think Nintendo had to act outside the box because of the failure of the Wii U. So a lot of stuff they were doing on the fly, and they didn't anticipate NVIDIA having all those chipsets ready to go, and the screens, everything was ready to go. So they were in a position to launch and attack at that place, you know. So I think it worked well for Nintendo. I don't think it works well for Microsoft or Sony in that space. So
I think it announced next year at PSX.
Yeah, next year.
2019. So end of 2019. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Either that or early 2020 for a release in late 2020. I think that makes sense.
Come out PSX. They have their own event before E3, and they show PS5 exclusive, PS5 launch titles E3 next year.
Yeah,
I got a serious question for the panel. Are you guys ready for it?
I don't care.
Yeah, next year.
I'm. 2020 is good for me. Like I honestly like with what they started to do with the iterative consoles and stuff with the Pro and like the, the S and the X.
Not to rate on anyone's parade. When he left, you only have a certain amount of time before everyone gets there.
He just came back.
Yo, y'all can hear me? Yo, my bad, man.
Yeah,
Chicago internet. The Chicago internet not cooperating right now.
Yo, they went in on you in the chat. He said your time is up at the hotel. And you got
they tried to check me out, man.
You had to put the quarter in there?
I had to put the quarter in the internet, man.
he got the $5 chipset card.
You can't do me like that, man. Now, all I want to say real quick before this joint cut out again is as far as like what I don't want them to do. I know. Did we finish up that topic?
Yeah.
So basically, I just didn't want them to not. I just don't want them to follow the script exactly to what they said. Like I would like some level of surprise. That was all I pretty much was gonna get in that. So we up to the last joint now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we did outros. We kind of did the outros, and then the question came in late, so then we asked the question
in the mid outros.
So that was the question came in.
Yeah. So these guys did their outros. We haven't done ours yet. So
no doubt.
These guys did their outros.
No doubt. First of all, I want to again, even though they did them, shout out to Jack. Shout out to All Day Digital. You know what I'm saying? Coming through last minute. Jay Bari with the heat. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for coming through. Much appreciated. I know y'all did your outros right, but I wanted to say that personally because I was lovely. I had to get Sony in the building represented. You already know. And of course, ILP's in the building. Lord Addict. Where can the fine people find you? He sleep.
Okay, Addict checked out.
I'm gone. He did.
There you go.
What?
No, say where can the fine people find you? What else you got cooking up?
You can find me on YouTube, Gaming Addict, Twitter. Actually, I'm gonna launch my Twitter in the actual chat. Be sure to follow me on Twitter. I be tweeting some dumb shit. I ain't gonna lie. But it's a nice little thing. I'm actually starting to stream on Mixer some. I don't know how long that's gonna last because Mixer kind of, I don't know how I feel about Mixer.
Still in the middle with it.
Definitely be sure to check out our guests. They're all good content creators.
No doubt. Everybody plug. They get plugged their channels. They got to get their plug on.
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt. Good. No doubt. All right, cool. Lord Solve. Where can the fine people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at LordStop IOP, on PSN and Xbox Live.
I'm done.
But they did what?
Someone said he does put out dumb shit, but it's quality dumb shit.
Premium dumb shit. You can catch me on PSN and Xbox Live at BX Sovereign. And guys, big shout out to everybody who supported us in that Patreon. It's still going strong. Big shout out. Next week is going to be our first official week. We're giving out prizes and shout outs to everybody who's supporting us on Patreon. Guys, if you're listening right now, if you want to support us and you want to see us grow, see us get better, if you like what we do, you want to see it get better, head on over to that Patreon and give it a look. We would really greatly appreciate it. So it's patreon.com/IronLordsPodcast. Again, next week is going to be our first official week giving out our prizes and whatnot. So thank you for just being here every Sunday. We appreciate it.
We appreciate y'all. Absolutely. Lord King with all type of smoke. I'm mad Kratos didn't come through, man. I was sad. Everybody wanted that one.
Yo, shout out to the Ghost of Kratos. I poured out a little bit for the Ghost of Kratos. Yo, Kratos, I knew you ain't want that smoke. You woke me up for no reason. Oh, boy.
I just want to say something, Kratos. How you gonna say you gonna come on the podcast to give King that smoke, but you got to be at graduation? I don't know. I feel like you were dodging.
Shout out to the dedication for the man. He was gonna do it from his car, from his son's graduation. You gotta respect.
I ain't gonna do my man's like that.
Listen. He know he gonna DM me. He probably DM me a million times already because I flame broiled him. But shout out to Jay Bari for coming in and taking that smoke that I had for Kratos. Had to chimney him. Nah, that's my dude, Jay Bari. I really love our interaction. Jackmovejohnny, yo, this is the first time I got a chance to meet you. I heard about you before you even got in here, and I really like your swag. What's up? But my man all day got the quote of the day. He said it's as hot as a whirlpool freezer. I'm all over that. Like that was, and it was so spot on. It was just, my man came in with the home run.
Absolutely.
T-shirts
just to be on the safe side, you should probably return that freezer.
Right?
T-shirts will be announced next week. In time for you to have your E3 T-shirt so you can represent Combat Talk with the King is coming to the Iron Lords channel. Because while I'm out in Cali, I'm going to the Wild Card studio and getting an interview with Freddie Roach. So you will see the King out there with
you just gonna drop that little heat
it's gonna be crazy. Yeah, man. And you're gonna catch me at 68th and Figueroa.
You don't want to be there, bro.
You don't want to be there, bro.
You don't want to be there, bro.
You don't want to be there.
Listen. I'm going to stay for Figueroa. You're gonna understand that. That's how it's gonna be. And those dudes are sick. And 68 from Figueroa is gonna be so lit when I'm out there too. I just want y'all to understand that we really appreciate all the time and all the engagement. You guys have rocked through this whole show, and I really want to take my hat off to you guys in that chat, because every 5 seconds, I got to keep looking, and it's scrolling up. And I got to figure out who said what to get to what to who. And it's so fantastic. I love you guys. I love everybody that was on this show. I anticipated this show so much when I saw who was coming on. And, like I said, shout out to my man Kratos. We're going to be lit out in Cali. So you'll see the King and Kratos show in a minute. That'd be mad fun, right?
That'd be lit. That'd be lit. We go on to the too. I had some lined up nice for him.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, and shout out to you, Cognito, because when you dropped out, we got stuck on stupid. we when you lose your kid in the supermarket and the kid, you have no way.
Man, it was so quiet. You thought somebody forgot their phone.
Yeah.
I said, what the hell? Did they go?
What happened?
I wasn't even paying attention. I legitimately wasn't even paying attention. I didn't even have the Google. I had myself muted. I wasn't even. I was on Twitter. I wasn't even playing.
What happened?
That's what happens when you take the rudder off the ship. Just start sitting in the water, looking around like,
Chicago internet wasn't happy with me right there. I had to make it happen last minute.
Chicago turned the lights out.
But yeah, man, thanks for everybody for coming through, man. Jack, we've been wanting to get him on the show for so long. Huge fan of his content. That boy be having me on the floor, man. Shout out to Jack once again. Press start and the crew. I know you did your shout outs, you know what I'm saying? And of course, Jake Bari with the smoke, the movie man himself. I know he got the council going on. So please check out and support his channel. He's got
Jake
that.
Bari definitely needed Kratos' backup.
No doubt. All day, man. I figured I had to send you a kite because at the end of the day, I've been wanting to get you on the show for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So you still doing the Scumcast and all that good stuff?
Yeah. We'll be back next week.
No doubt. That's what's up. Shout out to Luca. That's the homie right there. Respect it. And also with Jack Plus Start, we had Kofi last week, whatever. So next week is gonna be the Microsoft show to close the series out, and then obviously again it's like
I need a link to that.
Oh, you know this is gonna be on. You can come through. You know
what I'm saying? After a guest now or.
What you say? Well, we gonna keep it under wraps right now.
Keep it under wraps right now.
It's gonna be pretty epic. Let's just say it's gonna be pretty epic. You're gonna be very impressed with what we got going again.
Some crazy guests for you.
Crazy guests like that, like this one. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yo, listen to the anticipation, guys. When you listen after this podcast.
It's not my fault. Microsoft got shit to
me. Jay, I want you to really see a real show when that go down, though.
Hey, man, I expect to hear Microsoft better bring it. I expect to hear.
Bro, they're gonna send a handout. They're gonna send a hangout link and then end it.
Somebody gonna be like,
it's gonna be like, welcome to the Iron Lords podcast. We don't have nothing to announce. We have no recollection. They got nothing. We're gonna end the podcast. It's gonna be 15 seconds long.
Jay,
be like, who cares if Microsoft had a bad show? Microsoft still gets the money.
Jay, I'm gonna be tweeting you the whole time from the show, and I want to FaceTime with you during the show. I want to FaceTime with you because I want to see your face.
Mr. Kimo, we got you, man. Yeah, he said, Mr. Kimo want me to bring Jack Move back again. You know what I'm saying? We got
of course, man.
No doubt. Yeah, man. So we got that going. Again, shout out to all the Patreon supporters. I know we just started, and like the response is just humbling. Like just to see everybody come through and show support in a few days, that was absolutely love. Again, King already mentioned we got Combat Talk coming up on the ILP channel, and also we're gonna get back into them flashpoints with Ibantes. Shout out to him. We're gonna get that going. Lord Kabatsu is gonna get the audio and the timestamps up later on tonight. Everybody, please enjoy your evening. having a good time and all that good stuff. And
Memorial Day, be safe. Don't drink and drive. Stay
be
away
safe,
from that.
y'all. Everybody out. They're gonna cut your internet out like they did mine. And and on that note, everybody enjoy anything, man. Have a good one. Peace.
Peace.